You know that feeling? It's late, you're scrolling, and then bam! Your friend just got a huge promotion, or that cousin is on some yacht in Greece, and you're looking at a microwave dinner.
It's that sinking feeling.
Exactly. And it's not just jealousy, right? It feels more like panic, like, am I falling behind?
It really does.
Yeah.
But we've been digging into the psychological research here, mainly the work of Leon Festinger, and it suggests something pretty wild.
Okay.
That panic. It isn't some kind of personality flaw. It's actually a survival mechanism.
That's a hard sell. I mean, how does feeling awful about an Instagram post help me survive anything?
Well, that's the whole mission of this deep dive, right?
Yeah.
To get into social comparison theory. Festinger's big idea was that we have this innate drive to figure out how we're doing.
To get a score.
Exactly. But in the wild, there was no objective scorecard. So we evolved to use other people as our measuring stick.
So you're saying back in, like, caveman times, it wasn't about keeping up with the Joneses. It was more like, am I strong enough to not get eaten by a tiger?
Precisely.
Yeah.
Think of it as a primitive positioning system. Your brain is just constantly scanning. Do I have as much food as that guy? Is my place in the tribe secure?
And if the answer was no.
Then the anxiety you felt was a biological alarm bell.
Yeah.
A signal that screamed, fix this now before you get cast out. Because being cast out meant death.
Okay, but that alarm bell feels kind of broken now. Like, I don't get stressed when I see Elon Musk make another billion. I know he's winning.
Right.
But if the guy at the desk next to me gets a slightly better bonus, I lose my mind. So what's the difference?
That is a perfect example of what's called a similarity heuristic.
Similarity?
Yeah. We crave feedback that's relevant. Elon Musk is such an outlier. He's basically useless data for your brain.
He's not my control group.
Not at all.
Yeah.
But your coworker, he is. Your brain sees him and thinks, we're the same. If he has that resource and I don't, I am vulnerable.
So my brain is just, it's a ruthless data gathering machine. But the data usually just makes us feel miserable. Is there a way to use this without all the self-loathing?
There is. But you have to understand the two different directions of comparison. First, there's upward comparison.
Looking at people doing better, which is where the misery lives.
It can be.
Because I'm always comparing my own behind-the-scenes chaos to their perfectly curated highlight reel. It's not even a fair fight.
It's not. But the reframe is to stop treating it as a judgment on your worth and start treating it as a roadmap.
A roadmap.
If you feel that pang of envy, ask yourself, okay, what specific steps did they take that I haven't? You turn that raw emotion into useful data.
Less wallowing, more reverse engineering. Got it. What about the other direction, downward comparison?
That's looking at people doing worse than you. It provides a short-term ego boost, a little bit of comfort, but it's actually really dangerous.
Why? Because it makes you complacent, lazy.
It breeds complacency, exactly.
Yeah.
If you're always looking down, you just feel safe enough and you stop growing. So the goal isn't to stop comparing. We can't turn that off.
Right, it's baked in.
The goal is to change how you process the signal.
Okay, so let's get into the tactics. If we're all hardwired for this, how do we reclaim some control? The research seems to point to a 3-step method.
Step 1 is to shift your reference point. The single most accurate and useful data point isn't your neighbor. It's yesterday's you.
This is the whole be 1% better every day idea.
It is, but you have to make it tangible. Keep a growth journal or something similar. When you actually track your own small wins, you create this little dopamine loop that is completely independent of what anyone else is doing.
You become your own benchmark. I like that. Okay, step 2.
An information diet. This one is so critical now.
Because social media algorithms are basically weaponized comparison engines.
They are. They're designed to maximize engagement, and anxiety is an incredible driver of engagement, so you have to be ruthless. Unfollow accounts that trigger that sense of lack instead of inspiration.
And finally, step 3. This one really stuck with me. Defining multidimensional success.
This is huge. We usually compare ourselves on a single axis, right?
Yeah.
Money, job title. It's just terrible data analysis. You might be losing to someone on salary, but you could be absolutely crushing them in your physical health, your relationships, your mental peace.
It's like we're trying to sum up an entire complex life in one single spreadsheet cell.
It's impossible. When you widen that lens to include all of the other variables, you often realize you aren't falling behind at all. You're playing a different game.
And realizing the map everyone else is using might not even lead to a place you actually want to go.
Which I think brings us to the final thought for this deep dive. Comparison is meant to be a survival map. The question you have to ask yourself is this: Are you using it to find your own path? Or are you just standing still, staring at someone else's destination and forgetting to walk?
That's it for this one. Check your map, and we'll see you next time.